Initially, I'm not sure everybody's aware, perhaps some newer people in the group might not be aware that Babaji's written a commentary on the Guru Gita, Guru Charanambajam. Could Baba first of all talk about if there's any central points in that text that stand out? Please.
This Guru Gita is one of the ancient scriptures supposed to have been the conversation between Lord Shiva and his consort goddess Parvati, wherein Shiva explains essence of a self-realized guru and the guru-disciples relationship, why a reverence to the guru is recommended, and what is the highest truth of self-knowledge. So these type of things have been discussed in this book. Years ago, when devotees requested me, whatever Swamiji had taught me and in my tapas experiences, so that is what is in the commentary that I have written. I have tried to simplify the language of instead of using the scriptural languages, I have used the mind, consciousness, self, this type of things, so that it's easily understandable for the present day generations also. I have simplified the language and commented on every shloka that is written is very beautiful. That is the central point, is the knowledge of the self, how we exist as the immortal soul beyond the birth and death of the physical body, that we are not going to become extinct when the body dies. We will always be there as the soul, but provided we can silence our minds, because the mind is preoccupied with its own imaginations, which also becomes the reason for reincarnations. Again and again one is born. When the brain dies, the mind, which is holding all impressions, it forms the intensity of thoughts and spins over. So based on that acquired habits of the mind, which forms the attitude of a mind, it assumes next birth also. So one human birth is like an edge. It's like the snake and ladder. You can elevate yourself on the ladder or go down the snake also. So we have a well-developed brain, know to how to discriminate the real and unreal, good and bad, what is permanent and impermanent. Like spirituality teaches us, the entire universe, including our own physical body, is impermanent. So thus we cannot depend for our peace and happiness permanently on any of the universe. But if we go back to the real, that is the permanent in nature, that is the self, so then we can obtain a permanent supreme peace also, along with the knowledge awareness of the self. So this was what the basic theme of Swamiji's teachings also, to meditate and know yourself. Always he taught this one. So apart from Yoga Vasistha, he used to talk about this Guru Gita also. To me, he told many times how a guru-disciple relationship is important. Having reverence to the master is so important. Like in the preface I have written, first time we heard about the Guru was from my mother's mouth when I was a small kid. She used to tell, even if God gets annoyed with you, the Guru can protect you. But if the Guru gets annoyed, no God can protect you. So we were brought up in our culture so beautifully, giving such an importance to the Guru, that too if the Guru is a self-realized master, he is equivalent to the divine. Even in Yoga Vasistha, Vasistha tells, if a person is self-realized, he is worthy of worshipping. So that is because the mind is no more there. The individual imagined self is gone and it is merged with the ultimate truth. That's what is always there, awareness. So that is the basic theme of this scripture also, on which I have written commentary.
Thank you, Baba. Baba, that relationship of guru and disciple seems very central to the spiritual tradition in India. That's not the case everywhere around the world. It seems a very unique thing.
Yeah. Even if I to tell, so from childhood we were taught it has to be one doctor one lawyer and one guru. It is very significant if we try to know. So if you go to one doctor, means a physician, he will know the history of your body very well. For years, if he is attending to you, and he can guide you very well, what suits your systems, like that. In the same way, a lawyer also knows what is your strength and weakness, and he will be able to guide and take you properly. And now the Guru knows about you, and he will be the right guide, whatever he guides you on the right path. Like Swamiji and Ramana Maharshi, they all have said, knowingly or unknowingly, everybody is looking for peace, happiness and enjoyment only. Whatever we want to do, we want to go to a shopping mall or to a saint, to an ashram or to anywhere. We want to be happy. If we are not going to gain happiness, we would not like to do it. But this happiness comes if the path is not right. It will always be elusive. The path needs to be the right. That's what a guru guides there. Like Swamiji used to tell, a person is walking on the road, he might develop arrogance. I am already walking on the road and I know the road. Nobody need tell me. But suddenly if he comes to a circle from where a road goes to east, a road goes to west and south, then he is confused what to do, which path should I take. That's where the Guru comes. The Guru is the one who knows which path you need to take, and he will guide you. You go like this, then you will find the truth. Then you will find peace within yourself. That's what a Guru, as a torch bearer, that's the importance of the Guru. So like Swamiji, you always used to tell also, like just born baby needs its mother. In the beginning, that is why in Indian culture, Mata, Pita, Gurur, Devo, Bhava. Mother is the first Guru, then the father, then comes the Guru's place, and then God. Like that it is taught for us. It's part of our life always. So Guru is such an important thing. And knowledge and wisdom has been given such importance. That is the real power. The Guru need not give us lottery tickets or gold or any such thing, but he gives us peace and vibrations. He gives us that knowledge of the self that nobody can give. For that only we need to have reverence. So even today, we try to fondly remember the teachers that we came across during our school journey, academic journey of the primary school, middle school, high school, all the beautiful moral values they taught us along with the academic studies. Today's generation we do not know, but they used to talk about the Ramayana, Mahabharata stories in leisure times and tell us the moral values of what it is. So like that the Guru's relationship, today also we fondly remember them, how beautifully they taught the life's values. Like often you all would have heard, I keep telling, so my primary school teacher used to tell, if anything happens in your life, do not get scared. Think, after all, my head is going to be cut. Means it has great meaning, you see, you don't have to die. Nobody will cut your head, but you will gain that inner strength. That was the motto Swamiji also taught, do or die. He used to tell a soldier going to the battlefield will never have any confusion. He knows either he will do it or he will die it. Both are equally acceptable. So thus when he goes, he is not at all confused. The life on this earth also is a challenging. It's like a war zone, a battlefield for us. So we should try, we should put an effort. When we put an effort, we need to remain focused in the present. That's very important. That only can bring miracles in our life when we put efforts. So when we are disciplined, that's what Swamiji used to teach us. See, for so many, 20 years, I remained disciplined at his lotus feet. We never got attracted to the world or anywhere else. Ashram was our abode and everything was here only for us. This was Mount Kailas, Badrinath, Kedarnath, any pilgrimage center for us was our Guru's abode. We didn't see the outside world much at all. We never got exposed. So we remained disciplined. Our mind also remained non-violent and very disciplined, and meditation became so easy. 20 years we meditated whenever we had time, 6 to 7 hours. And the last 5 years doing tapas became so handy and easy for us because we never got exposed to the outside world. That is the essence of discipline. This discipline comes when you have reverence to the Guru. Swamiji used to tell, if you don't have respect to the Guru, human beings are likely to become casual. When I give a teaching, all the students sitting here, nearly today they are about more than 140 are here in this Zoom session, and some are sitting with me in the physical also. When I teach, if they are not serious, they will take things casual. It won't enter their head at all what I am going to teach, what the answers I am going to give for your questions. That is why it is necessary. If they have respect for me, their minds also will be here. With apt attention, they will listen to me. That's what Ashtavakra wanted Raja Janaka. You have to pay apt attention. Lord Yama also told Nachiketa, one time I am going to narrate, and it's your duty to pay apt attention. Do not ask me questions. If you lose your concentration, I am not responsible. That's what a guru wants. That can be coming from the disciple to the guru, if he has that reverence to the master. We always had reverence to the master. Even today, I tell, if I want to keep sleeping the whole day, there is nobody to scold me. The guru is not physically there around, but his voice and the sandal sounds that he used to make and wake me up in this very hall, he always rings in my ears even today at 3:30, and it makes us to get up and get back into our job, doing yoga, attending to emails and everything, puja, everything we start doing. That discipline came to us by remaining with the Guru and having that reverence. Even today, that fear is there, that reverence, oh, it's my Guru. He is there always watching us from the heart. So that enables us to remain disciplined. That's why Guru-disciples relationship is so important. Having reverence to the master is so important. Then you pay attention, then you will be serious in your practice every day. Otherwise, today people sometimes consider Guru as a marketing tools. Today they come for 2 days to one Guru. Oh, it not happening, meditation is not. Let me go to another Guru and try if he can give me just like an instant coffee. It doesn't happen. They keep going Guru after Guru, Guru after Guru, and they don't achieve anything at all. Swamiji was our Guru and he is our Guru always. So we could achieve only by remaining totally devoted to him. That's what happens. So people keep changing the Guru just like a jacket. They keep changing every day. So this happens. So those people don't reach anywhere. They are not serious in their sadhana. They are not serious into learning anything. This is what happens. See, now we have been holding these Zoom classes for several years now since COVID time. But sometimes due to travels, I am unable to come online for a week, for 2 weeks, sometimes a few weeks also. But if people have had respect to me, that reverence, they will be waiting anxiously. Oh, when will Babaji come online again? It is such a precious, as you told. They will understand the preciousness. It's not easily available. Babaji is busy. He is traveling everywhere, other parts of the world. So when he comes, that Saturday is so precious. We cannot afford to lose it. We must set a priority. We must be there for that class. Once we lose this Saturday, 1 more week is gone. So it becomes so precious, one Saturday. So then they are ready to set a priority. If they set a priority, they have time. Otherwise, they can give 100 excuses. Oh, I don't have time so this week to participate in Zoom. I have to attend a wedding. I have to go to a relative. I have to go to that responsibility. So what priority that we tell? That's what Swamiji used to tell. If you need to go to a relative's wedding, try to give an excuse. Today I have to go for a meditation class with my master. Sorry, I cannot come to wedding. Will anybody do it? They won't do it because they are worried the relatives will be upset if we don't attend to their weddings. So that becomes so priority. So how can the meditation come? Swamiji used to ask. So they have to set priority is important. We must need it. We know that one. So this is what the guru-disciple relationships, basic things.
Thank you, Baba. Babaji, the word disciple, it's derived from the root word of discipline. And Sanskrit sishya is also rooted in that idea of discipline. What is that discipline?
So that's what we have been talking. The guru is the one who keeps the disciple into a certain discipline of moral values, spiritual values, and the sadhana, that is time setting a priority is needed. That's what I keep talking. I try to teach 3 mantras: dedication, discipline, and patience. This is what enables a person to remain disciplined. So that is a real disciple. That is why Swamiji used to tell, try to become a worthy disciple first. Becoming a guru comes afterwards. Don't be in a rush to become a guru yourself. Try to be a good, worthy disciple is important. So then you will be disciplined. Without the discipline, I wouldn't have been where I am today. That is the Guru's grace. Today the whole world is ready to honor us. We travel America, Australia, everywhere we travel, we have respect by people. People are ready to attend our classes. They come running. They wait. Is Babaji coming, like that? So this happens by the grace of the Guru, the discipline that he taught. He used to be very irritated. He wouldn't allow us to go anywhere. Only to see my mother he would allow, because that is very precious. He used to tell, seeing a mother is important. Go and spend some time, and before the evening meditation time, you must come back to ashram. While in Bangalore also, he used to order us like that one. Morning go, spend some time with the mother, come back to the ashram. Rest of any relatives, siblings, anybody, they can come to ashram in the evening and meet you. You don't have to go to them. Like that he used to teach. So that discipline he taught us. So that discipline always helped me to do the sadhana. We had time to meditate. I feel surprised when people tell me, I don't find time to meditate. Why not? You have 24 hours, Swamiji used to tell. You just meditate for 1 hour. You have other 23 hours for your livelihood, earning your salaries or your business, anything for your recreation, sleeping, resting. 23 hours is there. That is the maximum. You just have to take not even 1%, just 1 hour to practice meditation. And that can take care of you, to keep you balanced mentally, physically, between the worldly life and the spiritual life. Like that he used to tell. So that is what the disciple means. That's how a guru can keep the disciple into discipline. So the one who keeps you into discipline, he is the guru. Who dispels the darkness of ignorance, he is the guru. That is the disciple and the guru. Guru is the one who disciplines you. The disciple is the one who remains in discipline at the lotus feet of the Guru. He is the right disciple.
Thank you, Baba. Baba, is there a difference between a devotee and a disciple?
Some people might try to do it to make it a disciple is different. In fact, there is no such difference. A disciple gives a particular meaning that you are the disciple of such and such Guru. Devotee, you can be devoted to anybody. You can be devoted to God, but you may not be the disciple of that particular God's form. So that's why this devotee and disciple things are differentiated by many people. Many gurus also teach. This is what Swamiji used to tell. You are a devotee to anybody, but devotion to the Guru, a disciple is equally, both are equally important. So that is how. So you are devoted to the cause. You devote yourself. You offer yourself to that cause of learning from the Guru, practicing the sadhana. So then you are a real devotee. You are able to remember the Guru, having reverence. Then disciple means you have accepted the discipleship of a particular Guru and you learn from that Guru only. and then do the sadhana according to the guidance of that Guru. That's what, as the Sri Krishna tells Bhagavad Gita, before death shall claim thee, Arjuna, go to the knowers of the truth. You see, one opportunity is there in this sentence. Before death shall claim thee. When death happens means no more you cannot do anything. You don't know what's going to happen. Before that you have an opportunity. Go to the knowers of the truth. Means you have to go to their abode, sitting at their lotus feet, putting intelligent questions, receive such teachings from the master, and adopting such methods, achieve the truth to yourself. So such is the important that you develop such a relationship with the master. Remember the story of Shuka Maharishi? When Shuka Maharishi developed a doubt, he thought, I was born in the monastery and remain in celibacy all the time, so I could keep my awareness to the self always. But how come Raja Janaka, King Janaka, who is a householder, who is an emperor also, he has to attend to political duties, favor some people, not favor some people, and family duties. In spite of all this, how is it possible for him to keep his awareness to the self always? To that, Vyasa Maharshi, his father, tells, it is important from whom you want to learn something, consider that person as your guru. Go and learn. Go to his abode. You show that reverence that you are interested to go. You go there and then seek his permission. Then ask the questions to yourself. He tells ki, I am your father. If I try to guide you, you might take me casually. You may not take me seriously, thinking it is my father. But if you consider the guru, there will be a fear. That fear and brings in discipline always. The master is there, he will be watching, he might scold us. We should not be doing all these things, we should be careful, we should not go out. So that type of discipline comes. So that is how it is so important that the guru-disciple relationship also, this is also so important that you accept somebody as a guru. Then you have the reverence. Then only you will learn. Otherwise you will not learn at all.
Thank you, Baba. Babaji has often said that the guru is like a surgeon and the disciple has to give the guru permission to operate on him or her. Why must that operation be painful?
You see, one important factor which Swamiji referred to is ego is the biggest hurdle for a person to learn and progress. He used to tell very often, for a person, ego becomes so dear, they are ready to abuse the guru and go away from the guru also. This we saw in Swamiji's life also. We saw so many people, they became so VIPs, they came so closer, they used to keep sitting, gossiping with him, talking to him. One time if he scolded them, they abused him and left him and went away. They became away to him. Such things happened, we have seen. Because we were so close to Swamiji, we have seen this one. So ego becomes so dearer to them. So if there is no ego, in the incarnation of Lord Vishnu's Narasimha incarnation, devotee Prahlada, who was the son of Hiranyakashipu. So when Narasimha appears from the pillar, then he sings, Prahlada, at least now, O Father, prostrate to him and accept him as your divine and your guru, because this is the last moments of your life. You are going to lose your physical body. You won't know what will happen. You see him as the divine, then you will attain mukti. You will also get. So such is the preciousness of a guru. So that's what one has to accept. Otherwise, Swamiji used to tell, yogis are very rare in the world. You can see a Mahatma, a saint, a monk, so many can be there. But during yogi's lifetime, very few get a chance to come to him, to be with him and to learn from him. Not everybody can approach. After he goes away, he might become famous. Many people come to know, but they won't be able to see him physically. Then people will understand how fortunate we were. We were physically with him. It was like God lived with us. type of things. Such is the wondrous and wondrous of the things of the Guru's importance is there that we have to understand. It won't come every day, every moment, and once that moment is gone, it won't come. That precious moments were there. He is there everywhere, everybody knows. Vedantic point of view, Guru is all pervaded, that is different. But when the Guru was physically with us, that was entirely different. That's what, if you remember in Anand Ashram retreat, I was answering a question, I was talking. See, this physical body of a Guru is also precious for you all. Because through this body, I am able to communicate to you in a language that you can understand, the English. If this body goes, then I won't communicate with you in English anymore. I am there, but you have to learn to communicate to me. That happens through your mind, through your faith, through your devotion. Without that, you cannot reach me then. You need to have that devotion. People will be bewildered, confused. We saw many times people getting confused after Swamiji dropped physical body. So thus, ego is the biggest hurdle that Swamiji used to talk. Because of this, they stayed away from the master. They did not learn from the master. That became because they came with a status. This is another important thing Swamiji used to tell. Don't come to me as an army officer, as a royal person, as a business person. Take out this coat of ego and outside the gates. Just come to me as a devotee. When you come here, you are only a devotee, remember. Because if you come with that ego, that arrogance also crops up. Oh, I am a VIP, I am a big officer now, so I should be given a VIP chance to sit with Swamiji, especially that I just gossip with him and I have the special privilege. When you have the privilege, you become egoistic and you don't learn with Swamiji because you try to analyze the Guru. When you get analyzing the Guru, you fail, you cannot understand. That's what Swamiji told. Vedavyasa used to tell, do not go very close to the self-realized master. You are likely to take him casually, misunderstand him, because he will appear to be an ordinary human being, eating, talking, moving like anybody else. You don't know what is inside him. You cannot make it out at all. His consciousness is supreme and it is totally in silent. If you go too far away also, you will be neglected. Because the Guru is in his own samadhi. You have to maintain a middle distance, maintain that reverence. You have to prick the Guru, pray to the Guru. Ask a question, then the answer will come. You are asking a question, the answer is coming. Otherwise, I can keep quiet and keep sitting. People take out any other topic sometimes and they start gossiping all such things. So then the spirituality doesn't happen at all. I have told many times, I have seen in many places when Swamiji used to come out for darshan, so then people used to flock around him, 30 people, 40 people. All their interest was to gossip. All political topics, this topic, that topic, they talk. And Swamiji used to be talking and they also used to be show their own political knowledge and this knowledge, that knowledge. But hardly anybody would bother to ask any spiritual question at all. So that never would come. Once a person asked a question and Swamiji answered. There was another devotee also. Swamiji, you never told us this. Swamiji shot back. You never asked me a question about this. That's why you didn't get the teaching. If you had asked, I would have told you. He asked me, I told him, I'm telling him. Then he became quiet. So such is the wonder of a Guru disciple. That is the ego which keeps people away. They don't learn. Why should I learn? So that ego crops up for a person. That becomes so dearer. I have wondered. After staying with Swamiji for 30 years, 40 years, they have gone away abusing the Guru. My God. Like that, 1,000 times every day he used to scold us. That used to be a pleasant for us. Always we used to feel Swamiji is considering me as his own, like his own child. That's why he is pulling me up. That's why he is scolding me. He is testing me after humiliating. We used to feel bad if he did not scold us. So it became so common, and we never thought of like that one. We used to come out of his room, go one round and again go back and stand in front of him. He would have forgotten. We spent our life with him. But people could not take it. One time he scolded them. They didn't want to come back again and see him physically, or even when his fag end of life also, they didn't want to come and see him. I used to wonder, what makes these people? Such is the power of the ego and selfishness, which crops further gives rise to arrogance also, this ego. So as Swamiji said, ego is the biggest hurdle. So now you weigh, if one side is ego, another side is the Guru, which one whom you want? If you want Guru, you have to sacrifice the ego. Bear with humiliation, because that is a blessing. He is taking out your karmas. That's what the surgery you asked, you see. That surgery can be like a bitter pill. Ego is so dearest for people. If the Guru humiliates, they scolds. Even inside his room also they couldn't take it. Imagine if he tries to humiliate in front of 100 people and 1,000 people, how bad they would feel. They will run away. They won't be able to stay even for half an hour. Many times people tell us, Babaji, we love you so much, you can scold us, please take a cane and beat us. Well, okay, if I start doing that, you will run away, you will abuse me then, you will scold me, you will use all bad names for me. So that's what, authorizing a Guru to perform surgery. So if we surrender to the Guru, you perform that, you beat me or you scold me, you humiliate, no problem. I am not going to go away from you. I will always be with you because I need you. You have that self, knowledge of the self which I need. For that, I am ready to undergo any humiliation, no problem. Don't want to be reborn. That's how we used to pray. Swamiji, bless that, inspire my wisdom, that I am always with you and that I don't go away from you. I can sacrifice tapas, I can sacrifice anything else. I can sacrifice ego, humiliation, no problem. So then the Guru performs the surgery. Means if he scolds, that's when Swamiji used to tell. When he used to scold me, he used to tell, take my scoldings, my beats, then the world cannot point out finger on you. I will make you a perfect person. They will all respect you, the world. If today the world is honoring us, it is that grace of the Guru which he removed the ego from us. He never allowed that ego to crop up at all. Slightest if it had come, he would finish it, that one. He would take it out from the root, he would remove that one. Such was the beauty. If you surrender to the Guru, such will be the beauty of Guru-disciple relationship. Just like a mother always takes care of the child, it should not take a wrong path. If necessary, she will slap, she will scold. It is her child. That doesn't mean that she doesn't love. It is her own precious thing when a baby is there. Like that, for Guru also, a disciple is like a child, very precious, Swamiji used to tell. And he is scolding means he wants you to be perfect. He don't want you to take a wrong path. He used to be alert always. People might laugh and it might be funny also. He took care so much. Just like everywhere he used to be careful. Sometimes he used to be funnily tell me, hey, very careful, such and such girl is keeping an eye on you. You might laugh at this. But he alerted me. He looked after me so much. He didn't want to go, careful, don't talk to her, stay away from her. She is not good, her eyes are not good on you, you should stay. Then when he saw once long hairs I used to keep, then he scolded me, girls will be after you, go on, get it clean shaved, become a round-headed person. So that was the grace of the Guru, like a mother, he looked after us. So we were so secure at his lotus feet that always he will look after us and he will not allow us to deviate from the path, get distracted. That's why we are here today also. Today he is not there physically, but the discipline that he taught, even today, I get up at 3:30, I do my duties, everything. I look after the body also as much as possible, attend to emails. Every day on an average 30 to 35 emails I attend and try to answer them, counsel people, pray for them, send my blessings, everything I keep doing. Then WhatsApp messages every 2 hours I try to attend as much as possible. Then I try to attend the ashram work, this ashram's work, office work also I sit and work. Evenings regularly I sit and meet people. So Zoom classes, I also look forward to be with you all. So many devotees interested in meditation, serious meditators. 1 hour all of you are able to sit down unmoved is a moment of pride for me when you are practicing like this. It is so wonderful to see you all. So I also look forward to come on a Zoom class like this and be with you all and talk to you all like this. When you select a theme and ask questions, it gives an opportunity to me to share my experiences in tapas and what my guru taught me in those days. So all these things I'm able to share with you all is all because of you all helping me to do this. That was the surgeon that the guru was. He was a tough teacher. He insisted for 1 hour sitting meditation. Sometimes we are lenient, at least something is better you do. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, slowly raise it to 1 hour like that we talk. But he used to tell by sit 1 hour important, at least 1 hour. Because first 30, 40 minutes, you struggle, the mind runs like a monkey and you are trying to bring it back. Then final 5, 10 minutes, it warms up and cools down. Then watch, remain focused, just watching, be there. Don't allow the mind to run away. Let any thought or vision come there, then it will disappear, he used to tell. That is the surgeon.
Thank you, Baba. Babaji, can a guru who is self-realized take on a disciple's karma?
You see, this is there widely, the faith is there, they believed. But if we say the guru can take, then disciples will become casual. They start thinking they can do any mischief in this world and the guru will take and they get rid of the karmas. Everybody want to get rid of the karma. This question they keep asking. If we meditate, can we overcome the karma? They don't want to undergo the difficulties and troubles. But when they do it, they don't see. When they behave in this world badly, when they talk very rudely, they don't understand what they are doing. That's what Jesus said. Forgive them, they know not what they are doing. So this is what happens. A karma one has to undergo, otherwise they can never get liberation. If the karma is there, they have to come back to the world again. The guru helps so that this karma is taken out. When he scolds, if he slaps, he can take out the karma like that. Swamiji told once, if I get annoyed with you, I can give you liberation. If I smile at a devotee, I can give the world for him. Any matter that he wants, I can give you. So what do you want? You want the spiritual truth? Then let the guru get annoyed with you or scold you. That is how he can remove the karma. The guru taking the karma, he can take the karma if wants, but that is not important. The disciples also must learn to undergo the karma, whatever they have done. That's what the guru helps. But when the guru is there, he helps you so that you become tranquilized during that period. You don't feel that troublesome period. It will pass by just like that one. You keep remembering. In the end of Mahabharata, Kunti talking to Sri Krishna tells, Krishna, when we were in trouble all the time, it was so wonderful. Because all the time we used to remember you only. Krishna, come and protect us. Krishna, help us. My children are in trouble. I used to pray to you. I always used to remember you. But now my children have won the war. They are the emperors. We have everything. There is no trouble at all, nobody to trouble. But I don't enjoy. Krishna, give me trouble always so that I can keep remembering you, so that I don't forget you even for a moment. Like that Kunti prays to Sri Krishna. So that is one thing you see. And karma, Guru taking the karma is another thing. I'm just telling my opinion. So we should not expect that the Guru should take the karma. Instead, we should undergo. The Guru helps you to overcome that effect. That's why many times people come, if they don't think that the Guru can take out the karma, they go away. Oh, what is the use of this Guru? Nobody can take out the karma like that. If that was the thing, a yogi can come and take out the karma of everybody in the world. There wouldn't have been a karma at all for anybody. So much of suffering, so much of conflicts, so much of war, so much of killing, all these things wouldn't have been there. Everybody is responsible for their own karma, for their behavior. A Guru as a torch bearer helps them so that to tranquilize themselves in the remembrance of the divinity by practicing meditation. You undergo. We are in the ashram. We have become a yogi, but we undergo all troubles. Life is not a bed of roses for us also. In the ashram, whether for me or Ambaji, whoever is in the ashram, we have to undergo all troubles, take care of the thing, so many things. But the remembrance of the Guru, his grace, helps us to go through. The knowledge of the self keeps us in the awareness of the self, so that we don't notice that trouble at all, that the trouble happened. If we look back, how these 50 years at the lotus feet of Guru, 1974 that we came to this ashram, today it is 51 year, 51st year going. We don't know how the time passed by, because always in the remembrance of Guru, working for him, serving him, the time simply went by like that. The mind remained tranquilized all the time. So that's what we want. Remembrance of the Guru is what can take your karma. You remember the Guru, you meditate, then your karma can be removed.
Thank you, Babaji. Babaji, we've had some people send in questions on the chat. Could we go through those questions? There's 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, we can take them.
Thank you, Baba. The first question's from Prayesh. Babaji has said a few times that he is a silent killer. Can Babaji talk about how the Guru works on his disciples in subtle ways and how he helps them progress, please?
Just to tell, don't take me granted, because I'm a soft-spoken, I don't get irritated or annoyed quickly. Whereas that's what many people point out. Your Guru used to be very annoyed very quickly. He used to keep shouting at everyone. Why has he named you as a Rudra, Shiva Rudra? So you are so soft-spoken and you don't get angry at all. So for that I have told you, don't take me granted. I'm in a different way. If you don't behave properly, I will not spare you. If you misbehave with my Guru or my Guru's institution, then you will see my annoyance. That's what I told kids. Jokingly, I am a silent killer. That's what it means. Means, if you're not going to behave properly, don't take me granted that you can sit on my head. A discipline is discipline. So that's what is important. You be a devotee, practice sadhana, then you will receive my blessings. Otherwise, you will lose that vital blessings and grace of a Guru if you take me casually. If you misbehave with the Guru, then you will be the loser.
Thank you, Babaji. The next question is from Amrit. There are gurus that offer a surrender ceremony called Prapati. And it's said then that the devotees will attain mukti after they drop the physical body. Does the Guru have the power to do this so that the disciple doesn't have to complete tapas in this lifetime?
This is not true. My Guru Swamiji said, if any Guru tells, I will do it for you, do not believe. You have to do that sadhana. A Guru is a torch bearer. He guides you, inspires you, then you have to meditate. He can hold your fingers, but it is you who have to stand up and start walking. You can take the horse to the pond, but it is the horse which has to drink the water. That is important. So people always expect instant coffees. Human beings, they don't want to put in effort. They try to look for such gurus. Is there any guru who can touch on my head and give me self-realization? That guru who touches and tells that you are self-realized, that guru also doesn't know what self-realization, and that disciple also will never know what is self-realization. Simply he will get into an ego. Oh, I have been blessed, the Kundalini has been awakened. People start claiming their right to me questions. My Kundalini is awakened already and this is happening to me. Can you tell me what is happening to me? What is there for me to tell if your Kundalini is awakened, idiot? Like that. It is not so true. It is not true. These are all myths. People have to put in effort. That's what since ancient times of Rigvedic era, Purushartha, one word is used. Self-efforts is important. But psychologically sometimes they have to tell. But if we tell you have to put in effort, people get scared. They want to escape. Even if we don't do tapas, can we get self-realized? You don't read anything. Can you gain the knowledge? You might get a false certificate of a degree by paying some bribe. But can you gain the knowledge of the degree? You might become a doctor by obtaining a false documents, by bribing. But can you become a real doctor if you do not study and practically practice? That will never happen. So you have to do, a guru will guide you how to meditate, then you have to meditate. It is your mind. You have to control your mind. Nobody else can control.
Thank you, Baba. The last question that's been sent is from Kalyan. The question is, Babaji's Guru is now the universe, and Babaji and his Guru are one and the same. Why do we celebrate his physical form? What's the significance of that?
You see, in this world, we have to maintain the proper manners. A guru is always a guru, a disciple is disciple. My Swamiji used to tell a beautiful example. There is a person, he gets married and he begets a son also. And that son also grows one day. He also becomes a young man and he gets married. Then he also begets a son. That son of the father is also a father. But he is father only to his son. He cannot be a father to his father, idiot, Swamiji used to tell. To his father, he is always a child. He is always a son. He is only a father to his son. Like tomorrow, future generations might accept me as a guru. But to my guru, I am always a disciple. I am always his servant at his lotus feet. To my disciple, I can be a guru. But I cannot be a guru to my guru. That doesn't happen. That is the beautiful culture, manners we were taught in this world, in our Indian culture also. So that's what is important. Though in Vedantic terms, there is no mind and individual imagined self. That's what in Advaita, Hanumanji tells, if it is Advaita, I do not exist at all, only Sri Rama. If it is in Dvaita, duality, I am Sri Rama's servant and Sri Rama is my master. That's what the worldly manners. When I do not exist at all, it's only Swamiji who exists as all-pervaded divinity. In this world, I exist as his disciple. So that's when we requested people to call me as Babaji, because in our mission, we always addressed our Guru Shiva Bala Yogi as Swamiji Maharaj. Swamiji, Swamiji we used to. So that people should not get confused. They should know if it is, even while introducing also, Bruce, you keep introducing, you all know, you tell that Swamiji means it is Shiva Bala Yogi, Babaji means it is Shivarudra Bala Yogi. In this world, this difference is very necessary. This manners is very necessary.
Thank you, Baba. Babaji, that is all the questions that have been sent in. There are a few people that have raised their hands. I'm not sure if Baba has time to take the question.
We have about 10 more minutes left. We try to take a few questions. Please be sensible and ask spiritual questions and do not waste time unnecessarily.
Yes, Pranam Babaji. I'm really grateful for your presence, Babaji. What are these dimensions where a soul goes? I know I don't have those eyes to see, but I want to understand, like, what are those dimensions? And according to the karma, they say they go. So I want to understand, are they different planets or are they on this earth? Where are those dimensions?
These are lot of myths are there. Nobody can know what happens. It is all mind-boggling illusions. When the person dies, when the brain dies, mind gets delinked from the brain and assumes next incarnation based on its acquired habits, whatever it has acquired habits, good or bad, violent or non-violent. Based on that, it will see its own world. Then it will forget its previous life also. This you must understand. Do you remember any of your 50 lives? If you try to remember, if at all you remember, you will go mad. In one life, you are unable to manage your emotions. As long as the body is there, all relations are there. Now, what you can do is pray to God, be in touch with the divine through prayers for your departed, whether parents or grandparents, whoever it is, pray for them. More than that, do not worry where they are, what they are doing. Even if I explain, it will not sit in your mind, you will go mad.
Namaste Babaji.
Yes.
Supplement to Dr. Bruce's last question, the biological parents are of this life, where it is said Guru is of many lives. I mean Guru and disciple connection. If that is it true first, and how this takes place, and further the Guru, self-realized master, he disappears from this world in this physical body. There is no rebirth for that self-realized master. So how that connection keeps moving on?
You see, when a self-realized Guru drops the physical body, it is known as attaining Mahasamadhi. Means he has already become one with the divine. But this is also true that the connection with the disciple is so many lives. So when you pray in the name of the Guru, the same divine will come in the form of that Guru that is dearer to you and will be guiding you in all the lives. That is how it happens. The same Guru is no individual at all to be reborn again. Otherwise, he is not self-realized at all. He is self-realized means he has totally merged with the self. So when his body goes, he is one with the all-pervaded divinity. But if the disciple has the faith and the devotion, he is attached to the form or name of the Guru. If he prays, the same God will come in that form and helps and protects, guides. So this is how the things happen scientifically and spiritually also.
Thank you.
Hi, Babaji. My question, hi, thank you. My question is I met my guru about 40 years ago. I was at a lecture by Sri Chinmayananda. And after the lecture, I was introduced to this man. He said, "What did you think?" I said, I can't speak. It was like bells going off, and I have no words. This man is saying something that I know to be true. So we had further conversation, and in the end, he wanted to send me off to the ashram in India. And so we got all ready to do that. Things happened in life. My brother died in a plane crash. I decided to stay. So for the next 40 years, he offered to teach me. And so I stayed with him. People came and went over the decades, but I remained with him over all that time. And eventually, recently, he passed away and he got Alzheimer's, and I took care of him till the end. And I learned much from that. And so that's okay. So I learned many things from him. And he said essentially the same thing that every teacher has said, even you, Babaji. The essence of what he said, exactly the same. But he knew me over all those years. And he would say things I thought that were for me. He would say, you know who you are, Aaron, just be that. It's that simple. Quit checking. And so your message is slightly different from a technique point of view. You're very heavy tapas, and I have practiced meditation for all these decades, but not that extreme. And so yet I find myself so attracted to you. So I guess my question is are there any pitfalls in sort of getting remarried, having a second marriage?
One thing I assure, all gurus are same who are merged with the God.
Yes.
So there is really no conflict. I appreciate that you had accepted a guru and stayed with him. You could learn so much. It is definitely. So you can consider your own guru is always with you, and he has only sent you to get some guidance from me. So if you have any doubts, you want to get attracted, want to do this sadhana, that's how we always tell. When you want to learn this meditation, if you have been initiated into any other sadhana, if you had any other guru, there is no conflict at all. You can even consider me as a friend also. You don't have to take me as a guru. Keeping that guru, as a friend also you can take and guidance and do practice this. Because it is essential to silence the mind. As long as the mind is preoccupied with its own imagination, the awareness of the real self doesn't come. Because mind is made up of consciousness and energy. Consciousness means wherever you apply your mind, you become aware of that. So just now your consciousness is applied to its own imaginations. So that imagination need to be stopped by just watching in between eyebrows, what the technique we taught you. Then one day when you achieve silence, then the attention of that consciousness of yours goes to itself, giving you the awareness, you as that immortal soul. This is what it is. So what those great teachers taught also is very true. Paths and terminologies might be different. Ultimately, this is what, when your guru said, just be yourself, also is the same thing. So one day he thought you will realize that. So you gain the knowledge, awareness of what you are, the consciousness of existence. This you can gain when you practice this meditation. So you can just consider us as a friend. Anytime you need any guidance, if you have doubts, we are always there.
So should I switch techniques even? Should I stop watching my breath and instead switch to this one?
While continuing the watching the breath, sometimes for 1 hour, try to do this also. If this comes to you handy and you find it easy, pick up, then you can pick up this one, this technique morely. Because whatever important thing is, like this technique we taught is one of the most ancient methods practiced in ancient India, where you are trying to give the mind to become quiet on its own. Then it goes introvert, eventually merging with the self. And other sadhanas, there can be hundreds and sadhanas there, watching a breath or chanting a mantra, anything. They are all trying to make the mind single pointed. Instead of having millions of thoughts, make it single pointed, so that one day you can abandon that also and make the mind to go introvert. Making the mind to go introvert, you have to drop all ideas in the mind. Everything mind has to become total silent. Then you go to that absoluteness.
Thank you.
Praise, blessings.
Pranams, Babaji. Thank you so much. I saw you recently at Ananda. So wonderful.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And so for the past few years, 2, 3, 4, I've been doing, I don't really have any desire to go anywhere. And I have my sadhana at the ashram, and I also do caretaking for some family members. But now, being with you again, I'm got attracted to the idea of going to that meditation retreat at the end of September. And I know I should figure it out for myself, but something wants to ask your advice about that, about like whether even being older and so on, that I might be able to come and actually do that. Would that be advisable for me if I can become
it
free?
depends. One thing is your choice. If you think that you are able to undertake the travel all the way, and other things, the organizers are there. They were receiving the applications. Hope it is not too late if you have not yet applied, because once the numbers are finished, they won't be able to take more. One time we take a limited, so that I am able to attend every need of every student. We don't take too many people, so that much that we can accommodate. If you still want, if you think travel, you please contact the organized people and the website that is given, filling up the form. If there is any place available, they will let you know, then you can travel, come, you will be able to spend for 10 days with us again, will be possible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. One other question I had, when some psychological problems have arisen, as somebody that I trust as a counselor type person had said that that I'm not enough in touch, or I'm not in touch with my feelings. So I was always going towards meditation and thinking and hoping and feeling that that will purify my mind and everything. So this person was saying that you need to me, you need to do certain work to get in touch with your feelings, express them, and then they'll be transformed. You'll be released, or you'll be more in touch. That would be necessary for me to achieve wholeness as a person. If that's clear, I'm wondering if you have any advice about that.
Two simple things. When you regularly practice the meditation, you will be able to overcome any such feelings. Naturally, it gets sublimated and your mind becomes purified. This is one thing. Also, as a psychology, also we try to teach people, if you have feelings, if you can confide with somebody whom you can trust, then you will feel relieved. There is somebody who listens to me, who can understand me, such feeling, then you will feel lot of relief. If you don't have anybody with whom you can confide, still you don't allow the pressure to build up inside. Write it down in a diary. That also
this is a
will
little,
help you
Babaji,
to
it's a
release
little
the
bit
stress.
like she's saying that I'm not feeling my feelings, that I need, it's like when you go to your past, your childhood, find out how you get blocked and defensive and release that type of, it's like almost psychotherapy type work, which
Anything if it is bothering, so this is the way, so that if your mind becomes purified, you will be able to get proper decisions, which direction to go, what to do, you won't be confused at all. So that's what the feeling means, yourself. Because feelings are like emotions. Sometimes it can be your strength, it can become your weakness also. If you can channel into one direction, suppose you fall in love with a guru or a God, then you channelize all your feelings. then that can take care of it and you will win also. Otherwise, it can be troubling you always. So, on that circumstances only, if you purify it, you can overcome totally. You transcend the emotions at all. There is no feelings at all. Then you will be able to take proper decision. Your mind will become purified and your health will also be stress-free always.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
You're
Dhanyavad.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Namaste, Babaji.
Yes, please. My blessings.
Babaji, I have a stupid question in my mind. As we both are not physically meet each other, still you are my guru.
Yes, can be, because as I had told, it is your faith and devotion what matters. If you have faith in your mind, if you always consider this is my guru, just like Ekalavya learned from Dronacharya by making an idol of Dronacharya, it was the faith of that person which enabled him to learn. So if you can develop such faith, if you have the inclination, you have to consider me as a guru, then I am always your guru. You see, in today's world, communication is not a difficult thing. Online, you are able to see your guru live also, and you are able to talk to the guru, ask a question, and listen to the guru's talking. All these things are possible. So, like that, you can always consider me as a guru. There is no problem.
But Babaji, I have not served you. I did
No
not
need.
did seva.
No problem. So if you meditate, that is the service to me. That will reach me only. If you meditate and achieve, that is the real service. So anytime, if possible, then you can do. Otherwise, that is not necessary always that you have to come physically and do any service. So you just practice meditation and you live your life wherever you are working. Consider that as a service to the master. So that service will reach me always.
Through feelings make the guru and disciple always a bond between them. Of feelings make the,
if you have the feelings that you are a disciple and I am your guru, that is what is important.
that is why I always question you to have a blessing for me always. That is why I always ask silly questions to you to have a
No problem. I will always help you. I am always available for you to guide. You practice meditation. That is the service. God bless you all. A blessing.